Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pink Room. This is where the magic happens, as it were. We're ankle deep, knee deep in Pet Turtle's work. My dear, dear, dear friend, one of my best friends in the entire world, Forrest J. Wharton, the fella who shot Pet Turtles, the fellow who color graded Pet Turtles, drove all the way here from St. Louis to work on Pet Turtles. The goal for this week is to do a 97% build, to export a 97% build of Pet Turtles, and we're chugging along to meet that goal. 97% build, just because there's some assets we don't have yet. There's a few more songs that need to get recorded, and then with that, there needs to be like some post-production audio mixing stuff. But 97% is really close to 100%. Movies take forever. Movies take forever, like under normal circumstances, but they take even longer when your wife gets a good job and you have to move. They take even longer whenever like you have no money, because even low budget filmmaking is high budget filmmaking when you're broke. And films take a really long time when you have two severe mental health crises in post-production. But part of why filmmaking takes so long, things you don't even know about. So like this here is Forrest's color grading rig. It's a special computer system designed for, I keep like looking at myself and not at the camera. Forrest's computer system, it's a special computer rig built for color grading a movie. And so like it's a high-tech piece of machinery, and in order for it to work, you have to calibrate the monitors so that like the colors you get in the film are like true to what they're supposed to be. And part of how that happens is calibrating the monitor. And how you calibrate a monitor is you have to put the computer in a pitch black room for 4 hours. The computer monitor has to like warm up for an hour, and then you have to take another like 4 hours to calibrate it. And usually what happens, this happened last year whenever Forrest was here, it happened here, something goes wrong with the monitor calibrating process, and so you have to do it a couple times. Last year I think we had to do it 3 times. This year it was only twice. We got it right the second time, so that's cool. But as you can tell, I've got a lot of light here in the Pink Room. And part of the light source, the light sources that we have here in the Pink Room is the windows that I have right here that are on like the south side of the house. So the sun, like for majority of the day, is beating down right on the house. And so what we did is we got this black fabric. I bought this black fabric for episode 4 of Doomed to You, the web series that Kevin Lanigan, who's in Pet Turtles, that Forrest and myself made together. So we bought this for Doomed to You episode 4, way back, like before Pet Turtles was even thought of. I got two pieces of this. You can see my hand holding up this same black fabric right here. Oops, got in the frame. So anyway, in order to make a pitch black room, we had to like block out these windows. And so like, you know, filmmaking takes a long time, and you know it takes a long time for like filming and editing, but you don't know it's going to take a long time in like blocking out the windows so a monitor can calibrate in 4 hours, 5 hours, however long it takes. And the good news is, because we've done this twice now, we've gotten very good at it. Last year we did this like convoluted system where I took like some like light stands that I have, and we put like umbrellas on them, and then put like, oh, this year worked way better, and we just took this black fabric, and we just I don't know if you can see it, we just safety pinned it, or not safety pinned it, but like push pinned it into the over the windows. So like, if you remove this, there's a window there. And boy, like this part of the wall right here is so hot. This black has like captured so much of the sun, the hot sun. So anyway, I'm removing this because the calibration happened. We took all the graded, the color graded footage of pet turtles, and we put it on my computer, and it's gonna be reversed because I'm filming this way, but that's pet turtles right there. That's the whole thing. There's the beginning of the movie, and it goes, and there's the end of the movie. There's my Bart Simpson cup. There's Mark Twain. But that's the whole movie right there. This is like 93% of the movie. We still need one VFX shot in here. We had a VFX shot, but I didn't know what I was doing, and got to redo that. But that's how you learn. Part of why this takes so long is we've never made a movie before, and we're learning how to do it as we do it. And a funny joke that we keep making is, wouldn't it have been great if we went to school that taught us how to make film? Anyway, this still needs one VFX shot, a handful more tracks of score, and then mixing all that together, and end credits. And I've got all the assets for the end credits to put them together. They're just not put together. And so, and there's some more sound stuff that I'm going to be doing as soon as I get done filming this. But we're chugging along. Movies take a long time. This movie means the whole wide world to me. And so whenever there's something wrong with it, it feels like there's something wrong with me. And whenever things aren't working with it, it feels like things are not working with me. So my advice to people who want to make a movie, make something you care about, but not something you care too much about. But this is what's going on. This is making a movie. It's Forrest bringing his color grading rig across state lines here to work on it. It's transferring files back and forth. We had to buy a 14 terabyte internal hard drive for this computer in order to take all of Forrest's color grading footage and put it onto mine. Because he had, I can't remember, like 10 terabytes of, or he had 6 terabytes of color grading files. And I think Pet Turtles before the color grading stuff was like 4 terabytes, 3 terabytes. And then, like, there's more assets are being added to it. And eventually we got to export it, and a full 4K export, that's going to be a big file. And so, like, Forrest told me it was like, I want to say it was like a 6 or 7 or 8 hour render for his stuff. And we had to file transfer it over to my computer, and that was 5 or 6 hours. And then, of course, the color grading monitor. I'll put the actual numbers for everything here. I just can't remember. I have a hard time with numbers. But then we had to do after we rendered that, we had to transfer it over to that, make sure everything went smoothly, and it mostly did. There's a few issues, but we fixed those. Just, we spent a long time transferring files and rendering files and exporting files. And so I was really stoked that Forrest came here during the week of Psych Lake City, so we could take, while things were rendering and exporting, we could just go see like the coolest bands you'll ever see in your entire life playing shows here in Salt Lake. And it was also just really cool to get to introduce my dear friend to like all the cool music I get to see here, including music by the Melons, who's doing the score for Pet Turtles. So It's chugging along. I'm gonna get ready to remove this black fabric from the windows. Open the windows, get some air circulating in here, and then hop on this. I made a mistake with the opening credits, and I need to fix that and then do sound stuff I was talking about. So it's coming along. I wish it was happening faster, but as I said, we moved a whole bunch. Had to pay off a lot of debt attached to Pet Turtles. I went into debt to make it. Had to pay a lot of that off. I had to, I wanted to pay folks who worked on it. And then, of course, as I said, 2 mental health crises. I thought, my stupid ass thought, that making this movie, this expression of my own grief would be enough to cure the grief that I was feeling. And that wasn't it. But it's okay, because counseling and therapy has fixed that. And then, of course, paying off debts, paying folks, for movie stuff. And then, like, as I mentioned, like, we had to buy a 14 terabyte hard drive for this computer right here. And I think that was $250. $250 with shipping and handling and warranties and stuff like that. And storage and, multiple terabyte storage, and just my old computer just like wasn't cutting it. So I had to buy a new rig. I had to buy the Adobe Creative Cloud because, like, Adobe is monsters. And they charge just an exorbitant, ridiculous, unfair fee. A fee that, like, makes it harder for artists that are struggling to make their art. And Adobe needs to, like, stop doing that. But when you're moving and when you have to see a counselor once a week and all this stuff, it's hard to justify, fees for, like, Adobe, whenever there's, like, real life bills to pay and dogs to feed and all that sort of good stuff. So we're making it happen. It's taken a long time, but the goal, as I said, for this week is to export a 97% complete build of Pet Turtles, and we are well on our way. So, well on our way for that. So, being at 97% done feels very good. So, that's what's going on here. Thanks for watching. Impromptu cell phone vlog. I meant to, like, film for, like, a couple minutes, and then I started talking for 12. I'm going on 13 here in 7 seconds. 13 now. Now, actually. So that's what's been going on here. I'm gonna hop back on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting this movie. This movie means a lot. And I'm here to tell y'all, it's really freaking good. This is an incredible movie. I know I'm biased, but I wanted to make a good movie. I pulled from movies and art that meant a lot to me and used that to make something that is even more meaningful. Meaningful to me, meaningful to the handful of folks who have seen it. And I think it's going to be meaningful to you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for helping me get this far. Let's finish this movie.